Yeah, but you haven't had these badass kids.
A fake to Walker, and now Mahomes. In trouble, and down he goes. DeMarcus Lawrence in there to drop him that time. It's a loss of 7. Second and long coming up. They go play action with Mahomes. He'll get this complete. That's the tight end, Noah Gray. And he'll be out of bounds, but not before he gets inside the 35-yard line.
Right. Can do his big catch.
All right, let's go. Let's go. We got to whoop some Browns ass today.
I'm still on the clock. Yeah, I'm home. Who the hell is that? Really? Oh, yeah. Yeah. Right.
Let's go, guys.
The time to live in Chicago. Well, that's extended into autumn as we are ready to roll under blue skies at Soldier Field. Today it's week 4. And
right, Bears ass. We're gonna whoop his ass. It's gonna be a good week, man. It'll be a good week.
Taking on the Chicago Bears.
Get back into the mix.
On the Jets sideline, there you see head coach Aaron Glenn. His guys already finding themselves in a pretty massive hole, 0-3 to start the new year. On the other side, the head coach of the Bears, Ben Johnson. His guys ready to feed off the energy of this building as they try to win one in front of the home crowd. Seems like we were just starting training camp, but here we are in October, and off we go on EA Sports. And not much happening on the return as we get this straight off the 23. Time for the Bears offense to take the field. Their QB big strides in 2025, hoping to establish himself as one of the best in the league this season. The former Heisman winner, Cam Williams.
And there was a positive in last week's loss. No interceptions thrown by him. But he only threw 1 touchdown pass, and you know he wants that to improve. You might even consider that as part of the reason that they couldn't take the win last time out. I believe we'll see a more aggressive version of him this week whenever they're nearing the end zone.
I mean, this game cheats already. It's some fucking bullshit.
They said they wanted to have some explosive runs. How about that one to start the game?
And I would say on the defensive sideline,
This game.
there's a lot to answer for. Because you spent all week saying, stop the run. I don't care who you're playing. You don't want to get run over. You don't want to get run past. And they have both overcommitting in the secondary, and he just went stepping past him and is still running, essentially.
Run play, and he hits pay dirt. Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. And beyond the 20, but not that much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21. Out comes the Jets offense, and leading the way, their rookie QB out of Clemson, Cade Klubnik.
And last week, that was one of those games that he just wants to erase from his memory banks. But I guarantee his coaching staff won't let him do it. They're going to make him run from it. He really looked like a rookie quarterback in that one. You're going to have those kind of problems in year one. But the big question, what does he take away from them? And how does he improve? It starts right here in this game.
And they'll get to him quickly here. This will get him just a yard to the 22. You look at this Bears defense. They're trying to limit the lead to 15 in the NFL.
So prepping for this game, I kept asking myself the question, what's keeping this group from being top 10 in the league against the pass? And too many mistakes, especially little mistakes. And when those add up into big mistakes add up into points against you.
And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. That'll line up a gain of 27 on the catch and run.
I'll give them credit for a good read right there because they read the man coverage on the right side and sent the tight end a few steps down the field and then angled him to the left on a crossing route. And he was able to get enough separation on this play to turn it into a nice gain.
Man, my game plan, man.
First and 10. And they'll get him down here about the 42. A nice run there, 9 yards. And it'll be second down. The Jets have...
I could check myself on this guy, man.
Yeah. Yeah.
Begin the campaign, and you hate to have to say it this early in the season, but getting close to must-win time, is it not?
And I totally understand why you expressed it that way because it's so early in the season it feels like hyperbole. But I think you are spot on this one. Yes, there's still time to turn things around, but they can start winning right now. They're any hopes of trying to make the playoffs.
No gain on the play, and now they're faced with a third and one.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
They'll run with Hurd. He's going to run into
Take about 4th and 1. Come on, guys.
I don't think he got there. Nothing doing on second and third down after that 9-yard gain on first. Remember, that was less than a yard. That was not a full yard. That defense, they were having none of it.
Yeah, the surge offensive line was seeking actually occurred on the other side of the ball. They reestablished the line of scrimmage and stuffed them.
They'll run for it. This is Allen.
Job.
First down as they get him to the ground at the 37. A solid pickup of 5 and a very solid 4th down conversion. And defensively, pure frustration.
Yeah. Right. Right.
So the fourth down conversion has him inside the 40 now, 1st and 10.
No.
On the counter, it's Mike. Tough slide. You look at this Bears defense. They enter this with number 13, Charles, in the NFL.
I didn't say, hold on. I didn't say ball. I just
league against the run. They're a solid group. They do a good job. But they're looking for this one. Isn't a big performance.
And stoppage here. We're going to need to take a moment as a jet was shaken up on that one. The medical staff is going to come out here and take a look, and we will take a short break. This will be play number 9 of the drive here as they need 4 yards on 3rd down. Left to throw. Under pressure. And he can't find the receiver. You just cannot take a sack in that spot.
You're exactly right. You can't take a sack in that spot. Potentially now.
You got your help in the problem. Well, hell, I had the same situation.
They played 4 times and they lost last week as he gets this one away. Chicago works their way back onto the field here for their 2nd drive of the game. Well, partner, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last time that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they're trying to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure joy.
He takes us beyond the 35 before going out. 96 yards rushing for it as he's got the afternoon off to a great start. All the way up at the 38 now after a good start to the drive. Off the play fake, it's Williams. That's complete. Where the Dunes in. And taking it across midfield now inside the 45. Another 1st down this time on a gain of 19.
Well, as a coach, you absolutely like seeing your offense find their rhythm early, and that's exactly what we've seen so far. They had a touchdown on their opening drive, and now they connect here for another nice gain for a 1st down. This offense is moving the ball well, exactly as he drew it up in practice.
They'll bring a receiver in motion right. And that is incomplete. The coverage a little too good there. And it's 2nd down.
It's pretty early in the game, but they've already tried to establish him not just as a runner, but as a receiver as well. Didn't happen there, but I wouldn't be surprised at all to see them try again shortly.
That's caught offside, Burden. And he is going to lose yardage here. It'll be a loss of 2, maybe 3 on the play. And it'll be a 3rd and about 13. An easy spot here. They'll be in search of 13 yards to try to pick up the 1st. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. They'll look middle here and give it to Adunze. And that's going to be another 1st down as the tackle made at the Jets 21. Big play there as they get the conversion on 3rd and 13.
So heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. As long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
And the throw running too much that time. It's incomplete.
And their backs up against the wall a little bit, and they come through by forcing an incompletion. Now they've got to continue to ratchet up the intensity a couple more times and get off the field before giving up any more yardage.
Throwing again here, Williams.
Fucking cheating ass motherfucking game.
Now the play after try for Santos. And it's good. Checked out to record 14-0 first quarter lead. So a 7-play, 80-yard drive. And the end result is a Bears touchdown. And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19. Back on the field come the New York Jets for their second drive. They find themselves in a good-sized hole here, and a good-sized hole early on in this game as they come up on first down. Throwing here to start the drive. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And stoppage here, we're going to need to take a moment as a Jet was shaken up on that one. While they come out and take a look at him, we will step aside for just a moment. Now it's 2nd and 2.
I'm taking my last quarter for. This some fucking bullshit. This game cheats, man.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
And how about the call there? They need 2 yards in the territory on 4th down, and they're going to go for it. They're indeed going for it as they look to throw. And it's incomplete. They can not complete it, and they turn it over. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And the Bears are going to get the football back, and they're going to get it in great field position.
Well, they gave Well, no, I had to give her.
So
I had
here
to
are the
pay.
Bears to take over
I
on
had to pay
offense.
what it
They've
was
lost
for
2
their
straight coming in, but good news for them right now. They've got the
That
lead
was a
and
part
the
of it.
football. On 1st and 10, Swift. 5 yards is the tally on 1st down. Now it's up 2nd and 5.
And it is still early, just the first quarter, but you start prorating the numbers, and we might be in for some history. I mean, that last run puts him over 100 yards already, and we've still got 3 quarters to go.
And would, like I said, I wouldn't take that off because, you know, because he's going to be in the rear and he's going to have to pay that at some point.
Here's 2nd and 5 now from the 22. They'll send a big tight end in motion right. Right back to Swift again on 2nd down. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get it behind the line. They haven't made much of this great starting field position they had. Here's 3rd and 6. To the air, Williams.
They certainly had good starting field position on that drive, but couldn't do anything with it after 3 plays. Have to admit that that's a disappointing end to excellent field position. When that drive started, they had 6 points that they were thinking about.
He's been automatic to this point in the season, and he connects on the field well there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx it.
And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. The New York set to take the field. And last time, went for it on 4th, didn't get it. See if they can pick themselves out off the mat and do better this quarter.
Sometimes I have this vision of coaches writing notes to themselves before a game. And sometimes that note says, be aggressive, stay aggressive. Maybe that's what we saw in the last possession.
Yeah, they were very aggressive. This time, will it result in points? We'll find out. Working to put a drive together. They'll give it to Hall to start the drive. A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29. They win it now on 2nd and 9. They'll set up the throw. And the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
They ran a lot of pressure everybody in the first quarter. Already sacked it once. Now they get in there and knock another one away. I think maybe that tucker rule being gone makes defenses a lot bolder.
Yes, indeed. That time, lucky that the arm is going forward. Incomplete pass. This one deep for Wilson. And unable to connect. Incomplete. They'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up
That's my bomb.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love
Underthrew him. He had him beat.
They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
So possession goes over here on the punt, and the Bears take over. The Bears offense and running back DeAndre Swift headed back onto the field. And he's been sensational in this opening quarter. You have to imagine we'll see much more of him as this game goes along. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And Charles, they're really stringing these possessions and scores together early. We're still in the first quarter, but if they can score again here, look out.
Yeah, and as you told me when broadcasting games, we're supposed to hold. And that's bad. But that's exactly what's going on here. Down 10 possessions just the first quarter. That goes beyond any worst-case scenario we might have thought coming into this game. And another touchdown here, that should eliminate any hopes for any type of a comeback.
Now it's 2nd and 10. Looking to throw is Williams. He's got the Michigan man close to Loveland. And they're able to get this one across the 35. His first catch, good for 16 and a first.
First and 10 at the 38-yard line.
An entertaining start to this one. More to come on EA Sports.
This is fucking bullshit, man.
Back in Chicago, ready for the second quarter. It's the Bears in possession, as they've got it with a 1st and 10. They'll get play action with Williams. That's downfield. He's got one. And he makes it all the way down to the 19. A huge play there for Chicago. 43 yards.
They made that way too easy for them. No one is supposed to be that open against an NFL defense. Once he caught the ball, there wasn't anybody close enough to stop him. And he was able to continue downfield after making the catch.
To throw, it's Williams. But the Bears cannot to tag in. And the Bears are going to first and goal as he'll be taken down at the 7-yard line. Here's Swift. And a little bit of space there. Takes it inside the 5 to the 3. Give him 4 on the carry there and second and goal.
There's logic with the air attack that's getting them down here. But now where you start to lean on that running game, that's a good pickup there on first and goal.
So the ball position now at the 3. Here's second and goal. Swift again. But he will lose yardage here. Back to the 40-yard line. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a third down.
And that's what I like to see out of this defense. A little fire, a little toughness. It hasn't been the best first half for them. But they did do a nice job there, forcing a loss on that play.
They'll look to throw for Williams. Touchdown, Bears! Preston London, his second touchdown of the season. And the Bears are able to add on to their first half lead. There was no going through the progressions on that touchdown pass.
Yeah, nor was it necessary. His receiver won that route early, presented himself. No reason to wait. Go ahead and put it on him and score a touchdown.
Santos now to add the PAT. And the lead is now 24. So this drive spans 7 plays. And it culminates in a touchdown for Chicago. Santos out now. He'll kick it away. Nifty move. And he'll get it just past the 20 as his guys will go to work around the 21-yard line. New York's offense back out there and set to go. Well, see, you kind of feel like they're in a bit of a danger zone right here because now you're down 3 scores. And I know you're in the first half, but the way this offense hasn't been able to generate anything, you feel like they probably need to get something going on this drive, right?
Yeah, and sometimes I'm overused that this is an important possession. But I think this has to be the possession where they come up with an answer because only few teams in league history ever come back from a 4-score deficit. And if they don't score here, that's what they could be facing the next time they get the ball.
From the 25, here's second and 6. Starting back at the 25.
Good, strong, explosive run that started inside, which means you've got to control those defensive linemen, the defensive tackles, the nose guards. Those guys have to be controlled. How about the offensive line, the job they just did?
Yeah, key that A-gap usually on those runs, right?
That's where it all starts because everyone wants to kind of control that area. It disrupts things from the defensive side and the offensive side. As we just saw, it opens up possibilities.
First down, right back to Hall. He's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard.
That play play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, gotta like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last one.
Yeah, they did get a first down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
Second down in the yard. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. He completes that to Garrett Wilson. First time these two have hooked up this afternoon, and it's a first down.
When a defense blitzes like that, they're trying to cause chaos, but the quarterback, he was as calm as could be. He saw the blitz and got it in his hand quickly to pick up the first.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. He'll drop to throw. That's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And this will go to a gain of 7 as he gets it to the 30-yard line. That's a staple of this offense. Drag right to the tight end.
Yeah, he's been able to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
Back to the ground with Hall. And maybe a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line. 54 yards rushing for him now on what was his 10th carry in the ball game.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember, last drive they went 3 and out now.
They'll look to throw here on 1st down. They'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
I do think it's fair to say they were caught off guard a little bit. We decided not to throw it on 1st down. But give them credit, they recovered a time to deny the 1st down yardage. But it's only 2nd and short. So that run is still likely to lead to a new set of downs.
Running left, it's Hall. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down in the line of scrimmage. He got maybe a half yard at most, but officially they'll be left with a 3rd and 2. This offense on 3rd down today, not good. 0 for 4 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 2. They'll set up to throw. Working the middle of the field, and he's got him incomplete. And the Jets are going to have 1st and goal coming up as they're able to convert there on 32.
And in a lot of ways, that catch is expected. Red zone presence. And that one was realized there. You got to
What
find your
about
tight
your
end
way
in
to
that
sit
situation.
what happened to the kids? I mean, you got it.
They'll run with Hall. And this is going to be his way to losing yardage. They're driven back to the 8-yard line. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing out 2nd down.
This is a critical sequence here for this offense. Things really haven't gone their way so far. This could be their chance to get back into it, but they've got to find a way to punch this ball in.
It's 2nd and goal, back to the 8-yard line now. Looking to throw. Just as he let that go. And now it's 3rd down.
They put together a drive here in 5 minutes of the half, but the coverage has been tight all game. And it's certainly hard to keep up the scoreboard here.
Send to Congress. Do not keep it.
They'll look to throw on 3rd and goal. He was open. They couldn't get it to him. It's incomplete. Well, so a drive that spans all that time, and yet you may only come away with 3 points here.
Well, your defense, all right, they actually like these long drives. They get to rest over on the sidelines for a while. But when you're not finishing with points in terms of touchdowns, that's frustrating. They got to figure out how to close out these long drives and get 6s instead of 3s.
So the 3rd drive's the charm. They are on the board, albeit with just a field goal.
Yeah, 3 points from 3 drives. That's not going to win you a whole lot of football games. Hopefully the fact they were able to move the ball a little bit can wake up their offense.
I got a lot of stuff I can do. You surprised. I mean, the thing is that the couple times for the first time in a long time,
Takes this
I
near
lost,
the 25,
got laid
just a
off,
little
whatever.
past the
That time,
26. Bears offense and their running back getting set for this next possession. And as a play caller, when you've got a guy who's running like this, you lean on him and your offensive line. He's had big hole after big hole to run through this first half. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. A long drive last time after this offense tries to keep it in. They started this way in the shadows of their own end zone. Merged it downfield. Any one of that was through the passing game.
Partners are former defensive back. I've had almost a physical reaction watching what's happening right now. Let's give credit where it's due because they've done an excellent job moving the ball through the air. Secondary getting picked apart pass by pass. Obviously, they need to make some adjustments there on the back end.
Yeah, because offensively, we know they're not going to be shy on throwing that football. Tackle made there by Matt Milano.
Went right back to him, but he pretty much had nowhere to go on that play.
Yeah, the previous carry looked pretty good. That one, maybe he was a little tired. I don't know.
Yeah, maybe he should have tapped out and had a second back come in and maybe make that
About
run.
what?
Who knows?
They'll stay on the run with Swift. And he will make his way back to where he started from, and that's all. As we will make our way to the 2-minute warning. 1 yard and now no yards. Have him looking up at a 3rd and 9 situation. Now come to the line here, needing 9 yards to pick up the first. Williams from the gun on 3rd down. He's got his target. That's complete. That's going to be another first down as the tackle made at the Jets' 38-yard line. A sizable 16-yard chunk there. The drive continues. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. They will run straight ahead with Swift. And that's the job of finding the opening as he's got this now all the way down to the 22. 139 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here this first half. Throwing is Williams.
As tight ends go, he might not provide the super flashy plays very often, but he's pretty reliable. Usually an excellent target and normal catches what's thrown to him, but he didn't on that play.
But there are other ways to learn how to work with
It's going to be incomplete.
Rush to the end zone is a momentary roadblock of that incompletion. No need to panic. They just got to go with a high percentage play call and see if they can get their offense back on track.
I would say like you get afraid.
First down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Things have got to go right for them here in the first half. Pick it down, any down, even 3rd down, no problem. They get a connection there and pick up a fresh set of downs, continuing to move the ball.
Preston Williams, his 2nd touchdown of the game, his 3rd of the year. And the Bears will extend their lead in the final minute of the half.
That score that they just gave
He's fucking cheating, fucking commissioner large, man. This motherfucker, man. Got this shit set like he retarded. He ain't gonna win shit neither.
unable to do so. That makes their comeback hopes that much more difficult.
Now the point after try for Santos. And that'll increase their lead to 28. So that drive consumes 9 plays all total. And the end result is a Bears touchdown. Santos held down. He'll kick it away. It's a pretty good return here as you get this up to the 29. The New York set to take the field. Things for them, just to put it bluntly, man, it has been tough sledding here in the first half, facing that big deficit. The clock is dwindling now. Maybe if they can get something on the board here before intermission, they'll have at least a little momentum heading into the second half. just over 30 seconds to go in the half. They've got it 1st and 10. To the sideline and incomplete. A misconnection there. He's hit on just 50% of his passes thus far. That's not where you want to be.
Now you see the evolution of the game. You go back to quarterbacks involved 50% would be terrific because they threw the ball downfield almost every time they threw. Now with a short passing game, you should be above 60%.
Fuck you, Jules.
In the average range.
A play action fake. They'll look to throw. That's a short one here, complete to his tight end. Across the 30-yard line.
Fucking little nasty bitch.
Only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead. They'll look to throw. There's a short one that's caught by Taylor. The Jets are going to use the first.
Fucking commissioner, man, got this stupid ass fucking setting.
Stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number 1.
No, we can't win with these stupid ass settings. You're right. It's fucking wasting my $99 for this shit. I'm gonna play college football. Maybe I get some drafts next year. Fucking bullshit, motherfucker.
This quarterback now, 9 of 15 throwing the ball, 60%. And it's 1st and 10. Now that'll be taken and intercepted. And the Bears are going to get the football there as he gets this up to the 38-yard line. And Charles, that's now 4 interceptions over his last 3 halves of football. Because remember, he threw 3 picks last week.
Starting to wonder if maybe defenses and those coordinators have identified something on tape with what he's doing. Maybe a movement, maybe the way he's moving his shoulders. Who knows what it could be? You can have a few tells out now that they're keying in on and allowing defenses to get to the football a little bit faster. People steal signals. Maybe sometimes they can figure out what the quarterback's doing just with his movements.
And this one is going to be...
We wasting time. We wasting time. We wasting time. We wasting time.
And now only the DB's going to throw a little verbal trash their way. When they get back to the huddle, they got a few words to say to their QB.
We wasting time. We wasting time. We just playing and wasting time. I'm gonna beat the Cleveland ass, cause we just wasting time.
This the first official
Only win of the year. That's all we're gonna get.
final week before buys kick in. A full schedule of 16 games on top.
We wasting time. We wasting time.
Starts now. It begins up in Baltimore. The Ravens at home to take on the Tennessee Titans.
We wasting time. Look at the Ravens. They beat the Titans' ass, boy.
The offense throws back to the wall. It's picked off, and you don't have to go far now.
Got throwing the ball away. They whipped that ass, man.
Ravens bounce back from the loss in week 3. They move to 3-1 with the W.
Steelers got their first win. They beat the Browns. Halftime. We'll watch the show. Oh, look at the run. Oh, what? 46-18. That guy said he was close. That guy threw pretty good, though. He threw 361 yards. Look at that.
2-2 with the road win. Lastly, a lot of debate among the staff as to who our impact players should be this week. We've settled on this man. And this is Jonathan Taylor. He's going to hustle his way to the end zone, 10 yards on the touchdown. The Colts are into the win column after 3 defeats to start the year. They get the victory here. With that, time to look at the rest of the action here in week 4 as we wrap up the
halftime show. That's the only thing this game good for. You can watch the halftime show.
Well, I don't remember. I can't. Well, I wasn't around anybody.
In our game, we saw a solid first half out of the veteran running back, DeAndre Swift. He's already over 100 yards rushing with a touchdown to boot. Can he get to 200?
This commission talk about realistic, Jules. This commission don't got this shit realistic. He talk about realistic. This is not realistic.
You going to jail.
This commissioner say he wants this shit realistic. It's not realistic whatsoever. It's a realistic full of shit. Not realistic.
Scotty, thank you as always. Well, likely two very different halftime speeches by these head coaches. That's for sure. As we get set for half number 2. Now increases. He's past the 30.
Hey, Jules, you play your game, man, so I can play.
The Jets going to take over.
The Browns laid on. I gotta wait till your ass get off work. Did you have a bye week somewhere? It said you only played 2-3 games.
Looking to put a drive together.
You think he ain't lost yet?
Second half starts with a run by Hall to about the 35, second down.
Offensive present offense for their variety of being able to hit people with the run and the pass. But in this game, how about what we're seeing from the safeties? They are all over the field. Doesn't matter if they threw it or if they're trying to run it.
I don't think we've ever awarded an MVP.
Come on, man. How you throw a ball that bad?
You might go to the end of this game.
Nah, that's some bullshit.
Another attempt, another incompletion. If you look at the scoreboard and where we are in this game, it comes to mind that they have to start getting the ball in the hands of their playmakers. Throw it to the guys that maybe can take a short pass and turn it into a long gain or make people miss downfield. They've got to have points. And the guys who can put the ball in the end zone, they're the ones that need to touch the ball.
These guys don't block. They don't do shit, man. Give me a got this shit off. Fuck that, man. I don't know what fucking YouTube channel he watched.
Just a 2-yard return there following a punt of 48. And they will take over 1st and 10. The home team's offense and their running back getting ready to go back to work. And as we roll through some of the highlights, we see how crucial he's been to their success in this one. When he's in this type of a groove and his offensive linemen are creating running lanes for him, he can really put on a show, and he's done so here.
He got more than a year left. What kind of math you using? Yeah. Okay.
On the ground, it's Swift to start the drive. And they get him down the line before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 167 yards for him on the ground now, as he has been terrific here this afternoon. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. This is Swift on the counter. And good vision as he's across midfield and down to the 45-yard line. Another strong gain on the last 2 plays. They moved it a combined 33 yards. It's been an excellent day for him running the football, no doubt, as he continues to soar well past 100 yards.
Yeah, it almost feels like he can just grab his briefcase and head home after putting in a full day's work in the office, doesn't it?
Give him 3 on the keeper there, and it is 2nd down.
Praise has to go to the guys on the offensive line because they've had a very nice, productive day running the football. How about that poor defensive line? They've been knocked around the entire game, and while they slowed them down on that run, can they continue to do so? Because they haven't had much success throughout this ball game.
Throwing quickly there, it's incomplete. Not his best throw there, but where we sit right now in the 3rd quarter, he's had a pretty good game throwing the football.
He certainly has, and it's not exactly at the point where we're doing 4-minute offense yet, but they've got to think about, I'm not going to say milking the clock, but understanding clock management here on out.
Really? No, I
Here's
thought
Williams.
you saw
That is caught. And that's going to be another
He threw off his hind leg.
tackle
That's some
made.
fucking
Jets
bullshit,
13
man.
That gain on third down, good for 28.
This offensive game plan has just been sensational. I mean, when you think about all the different ways
He threw off his hind leg, no problem.
so far, it's really
Lying
been
fucking
impressive.
shit.
Scheme, design, execution.
So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in their second half blowout material. And they'll fake it there on the jet sweep, and instead he'll swing. And now you see him, now you don't. Excellent move, nice run, winds up getting about 6.
Offensive linemen love creating space for their guys carrying the ball, but when that guy also breaks tackles and creates extra yardage, they almost feel like he's one of them, and they really embrace him.
Right back to Swift again on second down. And they may measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. So it's 3rd and 6, and this will be the 8th play of the drive. Operating from the gun, Williams. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
Let's give this defense some credit now. They let the guys get downfield. But when push came to shove, they stood their ground. And now they'll likely force field goal attempt.
A 27-yard attempt.
Santos' kick is up and through, and that will extend their lead even further. I got to think you're at this point, third quarter, if you're able to hold on to the ball, get 3 at the end, that's all you're looking for.
I would agree with that because right now, this is a job well done by them. In fact, it's almost time for handshakes, a little dap on the sidelines. Maybe we start to discuss post-game plans. And for the guys that haven't played yet, go ahead and get loose. Your time is now.
Now the Jets offense, they get ready to head back onto the field. And they have had problems getting the running game in gear as we look through some of their attempts from earlier. They have just not been able to match the physicality that this defense has shown, and their lack of success on the ground is a direct reflection of that. Looking to put a drive together. Starts with a run ball. He tries to keep the legs churning, but he's going to be stuck behind the line.
Two things to watch. First, his strength and being able to break out of that initial contact. But at his size, once you slow his momentum, it's hard for him to get it started again and end up tackling him behind the line of scrimmage.
On play action, they throw. As he throws there, incomplete.
Just what they need, electrical made, but somehow offense is what will get them into this spot. And now they're continuing the trend with incompletions. That won't get them out of it if they don't change something soon.
On third down, they'll drop the throw. Again, he's made complete. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. Well, that's how you convert on third down with an explosive gain of 34. So into Bear territory now. This is 1st and 10 at the 38. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. It's rare that a man his size can't at least push forward for a yard, but he stopped in there for nothing.
You're talking about tiny? You're talking about the little guy back there? That monster. Yeah, you're exactly right. And it takes a group effort to get a guy like that down and not let him find some space. The first guy in, he's got to take one for the team, right? Because he's just waiting there and holding on for everyone else to help him out.
They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. To throw. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he is going to have the Jets first down. They needed 3. He doubled that. He got 6.
But with the score where it is, you're not thinking field goals right now. You need touchdowns. So that was a much-needed conversion there on 3rd down.
On 1st and 10, it's Hall. They get him to the ground on the cusp of the red zone after a pickup of 5 or 6.
He was hoping to get to the edge, but they did a really nice job of forcing him back inside. That's excellent fundamental defensive football. Don't let them outside where they can really shred your defense.
Hall again on 2nd down. Able to push his way through, and they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. 68 yards on the ground for him now as he's done that on 15 carries.
Despite the score, despite the deficit, no quitting this guy. He's running angry, running through arm tackles. He wants to change what that scoreboard is saying.
On the counter, it's Hall. And he can't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. It's a nice pickup of 12 yards, and it gives him a 1st and goal. They went counter there offensively, and a couple of defenders were on skates for a second.
They certainly were, and you know what offensive linemen love about the counters and the misdirections? Sometimes you don't have to block the defender. He can run himself out of the play if he doesn't read his keys properly.
They'll try to run with Hall, and he is going to lose yardage here. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through. But that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
They'll set up the screen for Hall. Touchdown, Jets! Breece Hall, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Jets are able to cut into that deficit. His first career touchdown pass, and yeah, it's cliche to say, but he's probably been envisioning this since he was a little kid. That's a cool moment.
It really is. So enjoy the moment, enjoy the time, celebrate, save the full reflection for later, but make sure you grab someone on the sidelines and say, hey, make sure I get that football, okay?
Yep.
Cade York for the extra point. And the lead is down to 24. So that one a long 11-play drive. And it was capped off by a touchdown pass to Breece Hall. The Jets kick team out now to boot this one away. And that one not returnable, not by a long stretch, over the back line of the end zone, so that's going to be spotted up at the 35-yard line. The home team's offense and Caleb Williams set to go to work once more.
Commissioner. You gotta talk to this guy,
That's
man.
for sure. He's really had his way with his secondary. They've been powerless to stop him, and he'll look to keep it rolling right here. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. Still operating with a comfortable lead despite the score a moment ago as they begin 1st and 10. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Well, the offense has had a big day. He's been great running the football, but I don't think anybody liked that last result.
No, they didn't like the last result at all, but they have to look at it in total, don't they? They've had a big day running the football. You take an occasional loss or an occasional bad play along the way, but all in all, to like what they've done.
Yeah, so they get that one, Charles, on the right tackle.
Yeah, oftentimes in that spot, you're trying to work against the defender, trying to set the edge in the running game, and you're trying to drive around and get your body twisted so that he can't get there. Sometimes your hands get too involved.
Now they face a 2nd and long following the holding penalty. On the option to give the Swift to him. And a very similar result. Again, the Jets defense once more stopping him behind the line. That's going to go down as a loss of 5, and it brings up 3rd down. Boy, tough spot here as they approach the line of scrimmage. A long way to go to try to pick up this 1st down. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And he'll protect himself at the end here as he winds up getting pretty decent yardage. Pretty solid gain of 7 yards that time as he scrambled, but now they face a 4th down. Before they can get the punt away, whistles as we've come to the end of the 3rd quarter of action. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Back now at Soldier Field. A lot of happy faces in the crowd at this point as you guys have a big lead here to start quarter number 4. So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. It'll be a negative 39, 41-yard punt, 2 on the return. And the Jets will take over 1st and 10. The Jets offense and Breece Hall headed out onto the field. And he's had his fair share of troubles in this one, unfortunately. This defensive front has wreaked havoc throughout the contest, and he hasn't been able to create enough space to make something positive happen to this point. Looking to put a drive together. Now Hall to start the drive. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. 102 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long.
Man, these guys may not win this ball game, but you certainly can't fault the effort of this man here today. He's been a real thorn in their sides all afternoon. And that last carry puts him over the 100-yard mark.
They go play action here on 1st down. There's a short one that's caught by Taylor. Yeah, he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. 15 more yards there, and quickly another 1st down.
1st down, New York.
Straight ahead is Hall. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up.
And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply offensive line winning the battle up front and winning it in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
2nd and 6. And that throw behind his man. He missed him, incomplete.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
The offense on 3rd down, they're right at about the league average, 40%, 4 for 10. This will be 3rd and 6. Back to throw here. And that will be incomplete. Another incomplete pass there. We've seen a
Come
few of
on,
those in
man.
secondary. They've been pretty good, haven't they?
They certainly have. They've allowed the 1 touchdown through the air, and they're going to be upset about that later when they watch the game tape. But other than that, they've been absolutely rock solid.
okay. Well, he hard to find. He hard to find. Wow. Mm. Man. Mm. Mm. Damn. Wow. Wow. I hate to hear that.
Hardy on that swing
Yeah.
as it's well wide of first. 0-1 count and the pitch. He'll try to bunt his way out as he gets down. And the off-balance throw gets him.
Yeah.
Nice play for the out. Come on as a pinch hit. Trying to make an impact with one away. And he puts it on the ground to second. There are two away now. He's still there.
Yeah.
Good slider there. Gets a swing and miss. Down in the count 0-2. I'd like to see a little choke right here.
Yeah.
Maybe work it up the middle or opposite field with two strikes.
Yeah. I agree with you on that one. Wow.
2-2 to Jorge Soler. Regardless of the result right here, to be down 0-2 and work it back to an even count. Swing and a miss. That retires the side. And
Later. Oh yeah, later in life, right? Yeah.
our score remains. Now the skipper's on his way out toward the home plate area. I believe that means we're going to have a double switch here. And Altavia is out of the bullpen now, and he'll be inserted in the number 6 spot following the double switch. Erickson Profar will also number 9 holding the order on
Yeah.
the double switch. So in now for Chicago. Ryan comes into this at bat 0 for 1 in the ballgame.
Yeah. You think so? Hmm. Oh, wow. Yeah. 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 Yeah, y'all do look alike. Yeah. Oh wow, she does look like her, does she? She looks like her daddy too, though. I can see him. Yeah, that. Yeah, but the other one looks like you though. Looks like you. Yeah. Oh. Boy, he looks just like you. Good gracious alive. Damn. When she graduated. What birthday party?
Hey, what you doing, man? You playing baseball, man?
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on fourth down. They're going for it. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive.
Come on, hold the ball.
Incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Jets try it, but the fourth down play doesn't work. And that will force a turnover on down. yards. So now out comes this offense led by their quarterback as they take over once more. And as we show you some of the highlights from earlier, he has been instrumental in getting his guys the lead as he looks to finish strong and close this one out. Looking to put a drive together. In motion, the tight end. Off the play fake, it's Williams. That's downfield. He's got Redmond. He'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That's good for 28 yards. They have the nice cushion. They just won't pour it on right now. Still throwing the football.
Wow. And I know my background says, why do you need to do this? Just go ahead and run out the clock and get a win. But as many people pointed out to me, it's a video game, man. Go ahead and put the numbers on. Sportsmanship, not an issue. Exercise.
He gets forward up the middle. It'll be second down.
Brandon, I got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down the game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
They'll need to get this to the 38. That's where the first down marker is. Here on third. To the air, Williams. He's got his man.
How come we cannot get to the quarterback, man?
That's going to be another first down as the tackle made at the Jets' 29-yard line. 15 yards for number 15. The passing game continues to be their friend, even though the statement here in the franchise are going back to that well.
Yeah, with their overall philosophy, you know they trust their quarterback. He's been able to throw.
Oh, my God.
They continue to throw these safe passes. Who can blame them?
Pitch out to Swift here. Wow. Reinforcements coming as they're going to stop him behind the line. Well, we looked at each other right when he flinched. We knew that that flag was coming.
Yeah, offsides, easy call, mark off the 5, and keep it moving.
Following the penalty, it's 1st and 5, and you got to think offensively, all kinds of options. To throw, it's Williams. And that's out to the flat for Swift. And they do get him down, but now he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. A good pickup there, 21 yards.
There's a beautiful throw there, and he's been sensational the entire game, moving it around, spreading it, hitting the right guys. Look, under normal situations, partner, I would expect him to come out of the game now. They've got it in hand. But you and I have been around this league a long time, and every time we ask head coaches about that, hey, why don't you take your quarterback out when the game's in hand? He just kind of gives us that look like, that's what he's paid to do. So it's a very unusual situation. I'd want him out. They tend to leave him in.
This is Kyle Mononga. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Chicago. Kyle Mononga, his 3rd rushing touchdown of the year. And the Bears look like they're about to put an end to their 2-game losing streak as they add on to their lead. Santos now to add the PAT.
Yeah, right.
And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. So that lines up a 7-play drive all told. And it's finished off with a 5-yard touchdown run. Santos out now. He'll kick it away. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped at the 23-yard line.
I was shocked that she did it today. Once I flip, and then when she tries to get the car, no, not yet. I mean, so I took her, driving, and she ran 3 red lights and almost hit somebody. I'm like, oh my God. So I'm like, oh my God. So what I'm going to probably end up doing is, so Wednesday I come back here, but I think what I'm going to do is for a couple of weeks, I'm just going to go to Tyler and stay in Tyler and get her some road time. I'm like, did y'all not let her drive this summer? She needs road time. I don't, yeah.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And you see a lot of frustrated faces as they are inching closer to a 4th straight loss. And a dangerous throw there, incomplete. He threw that into coverage. It was nearly intercepted. Here's 2nd and 10. They'll drop the throw. He's going to attack for Wilson. Now he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here.
No, Bone.
Hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going.
One thing you have to see out of a rookie tight end is a real concentration when the ball's in the air, and I'm not sure that he did it, but he has to be prepared for people making a play on it when that ball's up for grabs.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down.
Because I guess
So
the state
trailing here
sends
in the
it out and
last
say,
quarter.
hey,
Let's see how this plays out.
he has, your daughter is a new daughter.
The Jets trying with the 4th down play doesn't work. And the Bears are going to get the football back, and they're going to get it in great field position. First and 10, Swift. And for one of the few times here today, this one's not going to go anywhere. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the 4th quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes. So they
takes this one in for the Bears touchdown.
Cheating motherfucker.
Second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Bears look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here this 4th quarter. Now the point after try for Santos. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. Well, that drive started with not a whole lot of real estate in front of them. In plus territory, excellent field position. 2 plays later, pay dirt. Santos held down. He'll kick it away. Running with power here. And a good return is going to be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. And New York set to take the field. Well, we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, it was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. They do this with good news. This one is getting close to being over, and they try to hit the reset button starting to run.
On first down, they drop to throw. There's Hall bringing in another one. Only 3 there on the screen at second down.
Good reactions there defensively. That screen was a little slow in developing, and they shut that one down with little gain.
Here's a 2nd and 7. There's a short one. It's caught by Taylor. Oh, he shoves himself free. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. Getting it to him in space pays off big time. That winds up going for 31.
At this stage, there's nothing left to do but to keep firing. And if you're a play caller, you may go off your sheet and use some things maybe you hadn't planned to in this game.
That's some bullshit. Cheap fucking ass shit.
Well, they've got the huge lead now. They have another interception on the defensive side. Seems like everything they touch in this one, Charles, turns to goal.
And they have to be awfully happy right there to get what appears to be one more for the road and help seal away one of their best efforts of the season.
Well, let's shine the spotlight on the former Georgia Bulldog, DeAndre Swift, who's set to begin this next drive. He is north of 200 yards. Any time that you can say you're north of 200 yards, you've done something right.
Yeah, you're going to get some big check marks on your grade sheet, and you're going to be in heavy rotation on all the highlight shows, and you might even make a magazine cover or two.
He's hoping for more, the cherry on top maybe, as this game goes forward. Looking to throw is Williams. There's a short one caught by Loveland. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. 15 yards is the pickup there, and the drive starting very nicely. First down.
When you have someone throwing it that well, that confidently, you don't have to call the game in fear at all, do you? You just go ahead and play.
Yep, confidence with a lead to throw it here in the 4th, and boom, he's on the money.
Yeah, you don't have to tuck your head in and look like turtle at this point. You just go ahead and play.
Here's a hit off to Swift, running left. And a good job of just fighting through one tackle there to pick up about 3. Second down coming up.
Well, that's not a run that's going to make any of the highlight tapes, but they've been moving it well all game on the ground. This is another one that keeps them moving forward.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Bears with the football here as we welcome you back. They've got a second down now as they look to salt this one away. From the 35, here's second down and 7. Once again, it's Swift. Pretty nice, aggressive run there before being run down just inside of the 30. 213 yards rushing for him now to this point.
I like the call there because that was one to take time off the clock and get them closer to getting out of here with a W. In the mind of the play caller, all you want to hear is tick, tick, tick.
Well, they are able to stop it, but he does take it all the way to the 2. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Hate to be blunt, but it is just continuing to prove to be the case that this O-line is manhandling this D-line right now.
They deserve to roll up their sleeves and show up their biceps because they're doing exactly what you just described. Manhandling the defensive front. They've got the leverage, they're powering through, and they're controlling this game.
Well, they probably don't need to run a play here, but you wonder if they're going to be able to resist on 1st and goal. Swift is going backwards. He's going to be tackled back at the 40-yard line. loss of 2, and it'll be second down.
Second and goal at the Jets' 4-yard line.
Charles, a lot of happy faces heading into the tunnel as this one ends, and understandably so. Not only did they get the win, but boy, their offense was on fire in this ball game.
And partner, I have no idea what the top speed is of all those high-end sports cars. What's the top gear you can get into?
Some bullshit. Hero. That guy playing baseball.